loss of such an iconic name in technology has left some teary-eyed, and others have come to remember his legacy here at the Apple Store in the Eaton Centre. Steve Jobs was the man who brought us so many of our favorite gadgets, and he will be sorely missed. The beer market here on the Esplanade is one of Toronto's 175 restaurants participating in the 10th annual Winterlicious Festival. Here for $20, you can get a lunch starter, entree, and dessert. But don't worry, these reduced prices will last for a while. The festival is here in Toronto until February 9th. To combat potential oversupply in some of the largest Canadian real estate markets, some of the largest Canadian lenders announced they will tighten lending standards to condo developers.
Before we go, we'd like to wish our lovely morning intern, Joelle Tomlinson, a fond farewell. She's heading home to Saskatoon this weekend.
Yes. Back to the prairies.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That's right. We got a quick picture. You've gotten to do some cool things. You meet the guys from Nickelback. Hey, that was pretty good.
Very good. Huge fan.
Actually, what's been the best part of your experience here?
The best part? I mean, just definitely all the aspects of the morning show. It's so new and it's so exciting, and I'm glad I got to be a part of the startup of something so fresh.
And thank you for all your help in making this startup happen. And please, please, please remember us when you're in charge and you're hiring.
And you're our boss.
When it comes to you, yeah. And you know how cold it is back in Saskatoon,
I do.
right?
I'm prepared.
Okay, you're prepared? Yes. Okay.
This is Joelle Tomlinson reporting for Clifton Blake Realty Advisors. I'm Joelle Tomlinson for Ryersonian TV. I'm Joelle Tomlinson for Ryersonian TV. Joelle Tomlinson, Ryersonian TV. Every day, roughly 5 million people travel by air transit worldwide. After check-in, they're all depending on one person to get them safely to their destination, the pilot.
I was 12 years old flying with my dad. Used to fly with the telephone company up in northern Saskatchewan, so I used to ride along with them. Started my private license in '87 and started flying commercially in 1989.
In Canada, there are 4 licenses you need to become a commercial pilot, but the job requires more than the basic qualifications.
I love flying. It's not a job to me. It's just like anything that you're passionate about. Some people running. People love to run. People love to exercise. Pilots love to fly airplanes.
But how do they get to take off? The Saskatchewan Indian Institute of Technology opened last month in Saskatoon. It features a commercial pilot program. Karen O'Neill is the only female student right now in the entire school.
You take your commercial in the first semester, then you take your multi-engine second semester, and then once that's done, you can actually start applying for jobs and start flying, and then work your way up. You got to be willing to work hard, that's for sure. Kind of change lifestyles, because your kind of main focus is always going to be flying. Kind of got to live it, like eat, sleep, flying.
Karen's classmate Michael Jasnik takes every opportunity to log hours toward his commercial license. He travels out of town every weekend with the Air Cadets to take the young cadets up in a glider.
I'm in about a minute or two. I've always been interested in aviation. My whole family, the background has kind of been in aviation. My grandfather was a pilot in the Second World War and a wing commander in Saskatoon. I kept on building my skills as both a glider pilot and doing flying on my own, just in private airplanes, and then started building time towards a commercial pilot's license. They like to see anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 hours in an airplane before the big airplanes like WestJet or Air Canada will start to think about you as an employee. You get to help people kind of realize their dreams if they're going somewhere to see family they've never seen or go on a holiday. I guess you're part of that experience for them. You're up there with nothing around you and all you can see is clouds and trees, and everything looks like a big model done on the ground, so it's never gotten boring yet and I don't expect it to.
Here's a pilot who agrees. Mark DiGirolamo knows that a passion for flying can come from the most unlikely places.
I was out taking pictures on a Sunday afternoon, and about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was getting thirsty and needed something to drink. And so I was going by the airport, and I thought, well, they must have a Coke machine there. So I stopped in and bought a Coke, and while I was drinking my Coke, I was looking at the airplanes, and one thing led to another, and I they sold me actually, a Discovery flight. And one thing led to another, and that was in 1978. So we're talking 30-some years ago. So that's what got me started, and it's been great. It's been I've been flying ever since, and just recreational pilot. I love it.
DiGirolamo is a firefighter and says flying is a form of therapy. In this plane that he built himself.
Flying to me is an escape.
Peace.
Inner peace and adventure.
Just the freedom.
It's freedom.
Freedom.
Flying to me is my life.
Commercial or private license, one thing is clear, pilots love being in the air. You can start flight training at any age in Canada, so if you're looking for an office with a view, maybe flying is a career to consider. I'm Joelle Tomlinson for Ryersonian TV.